Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, that's the energy we have. It's indeed my great pleasure. In fact, this is the first academic conference of this year. So I'm very happy to open this very first event of this year, and I'm very glad that this opportunity has been taken by the Department of Education. This is the department which is really working very great from last 3 years. This is a department that has been awarded one of the best departments in this institution. So first of all, let me welcome all of you, our very chief guest, and all the every speakers coming from various parts of India, and also one speaker from Japan, for giving this opportunity to share your experience. And then my true welcome to all the young minds, because you are the true reason why we are here, to share our knowledge. So thank you very much for all the members and delegates, attendees in this event. So now, actually, I am very proud. This is our 10th anniversary. Since the day we inaugurated our institutions, we are running this activity continuously. So this is the 10th time that we have started this academic conference activities. Okay, so yeah, this is the 10th times. And why we are in this field, that is very important to understand here. That one of the missions that we have made from the very beginning, actually, the society development through the technical education, and especially considering the women empowerment. So with this mission and having an approach with the integration between the academic collaboration between the state society, we are trying to improve the women development in our society. So how this journey started is very important for us. So if we go back in the history, in 1980, almost 35 years back, one person, very common man actually, a common man came to this city and started to dream a very big, that how to transfer or how to transform the education to everyone in the society, especially women. And he took this dream and he started his journey and struggling a lot during his life. And he was the co-founder, he was the main founder of these institutions to start this academic activity for the women empowerment. So he is one of the key persons why we having this activity here. And then he took an example to go beyond the boundary. And he thought, he took one country, Japan, as a key model, that how we can develop education in our society. Because if you look at Japan, after the World War II, or before the World War II, the situation of gender equality was very worse. So how this country improved by promoting the women education, women opportunities, how this country developed in last 50 years. So he took the example of Japan, and we started to develop the relationship with Japan in last 15 years. So what we learned from this country, Japan, I just want to have a brief here. If we talk about a better society, what should be a better society? So there are some key points that wealth should be distributed more evenly, crime and unemployment should be very low, environment should be protected, of course transport, other system facilities should be very comfortable, and people should be very courteous and polite. So these are the key features that we can imagine that it can lead to a better society. So what we learned from this country, that Japanese culture are very strong and they are very rich in their strength. So one of the key characteristics of Japanese culture is the modesty and then social harmony through teamwork, and then social conscience, and respect and pride in all kind of work, and perfectionism and constant desire for the improvement of society, and coexistence of tradition and technology. So I will brief you all these key points so to learn how we can develop our society. So in Japan, if you can see the example of modesty and humility is something very wonderful. They use more than 20 words to express the sorry or apologies. Hardly we have only one or two in our country or in our culture. But Japan have more than 20 different ways to express that. So it gives impression that how these people are modest and the impact of humility in this country. Second, they respect and pride in all kinds of work. Even I have seen the school boys, they are going in the washroom, they are cleaning the washroom by themselves. So such nature started in the beginning of their life. So they learned what is the significance or what is the importance of respect and pride to do any kind of work in our life. Of course, they are very perfect before doing anything. They think more and then do it. Like just an example of watermelon. It's not easy to transport such big fruit from one place to another place. So they started to think what type of shape can be easy to transport this fruit. So now they are developing square watermelon. So it's very easy to transport without opening. So doing something, they are thinking a lot. This is another one of the very wonderful examples, very recent discovery. Professor Mori from Waseda University has developed a new polymer that can be used to grow the vegetables without soil, just using a polymer. So how they are looking the future, what vision they have, and they are doing the development in the society. And yes, social consciousness is another important feature. I have seen all the neighborhoods get collected once in a month and they clean their outside the house, not inside, but outside the house. So they keep the environment clean so it can serve a better society. And yes, when you see the clean work, the big tsunami earthquake appeared just 5 years back. And this is just a picture of that before the disaster and just after 1 week of the disaster. With the teamwork, they can regain. So this is something show how these people are strong. Because if you look at the past World War, Japan was not such a good country, especially if you consider the today topic, gender-inequality. So how this country developed by considering such key issues. And yes, they are very rich in the tradition, keeping the tradition and technology together. This is one of the very busy road in Tokyo. Can you see here? Maybe some videos are here. You can see one of the buildings in the center. There are a express highway just going inside the building. So they don't want to disturb, but they want to keep the tradition and technology together. That how we can think with the integration of our culture. So tradition is always a rich part of a country, and we should always maintain our tradition. This is another example of the tradition and technology that this country now can able to generate a high-speed bullet trains, more than 600, and we are happy actually. Our Prime Minister Modi has now taken the initiation, and very soon we will also have in our country. So with this background, to learn from other countries, we started to develop our institutions in last 10 years, and we begin in 2005 with one college, and then we entered in other segment. We first entered in the commerce field together with science field, and then we entered in the management in 2006, and then we entered in the nursing field in 2006, and also in the education field. And then we entered in the engineering, science and management, and law, and now also we are doing some research under a company of biology. This is the journey of last 10 years, how we are developing our platform for the future. These are the few affiliations which many government authorities has recognized us as has given as a affiliation from. And yes, this is something very recent achievement that last year we have been accredited by grade A from the NEC accreditation. So, yeah, this shows that if you keep the quality, you can be recognized by the people. So there are some key milestones. Right now we have 8 institutions, more than 14 affiliations, and our true strength is our faculty. And today you will see that why we have taken this topic, role of gender, and you will feel the environment in this campus, that we have more than 74% staff as a woman in this environment. So we have many undergraduate, postgraduate courses except the education. And yes, the number of graduation or number of the students are gradually increasing from the beginning. So we started with less than 50 students. Now we are having more than 3,800 students in our campus, in all the campuses. Yeah, I think this is something a very rapid growth. I have never seen some institute can lead such a growth in this period of 10 years. And these are the achievements can be done because we are maintaining the relationship with one country, advanced country, Japan. So we have developed academic agreements with Japan with 3 major universities, one is Saito University and second Akita, and recently we have done one agreement with JAIST. So with this institution, we are promoting our education. Not the academic, also we have industry alliances with many companies, and faculty student exchange program is very, very routine program in our campuses. More than 65 students from our different campuses or colleges visit Japan, including faculty members, and same number of students we are receiving from Japan also. And yeah, this is something very true actually. Total 11 students from this country, from our college, is now doing wonderful science in Japan. And this is the maximum strength of girls I have seen from India in Japan. So these are doing very well actually. So these all girls who have got a transformation from a village to a developed city. And now they are doing a wonderful science. So I can see that these students can lead this country in future. So we have very frequent programs, and many scientists in Japan are involved. And now we talk about this event. So this is the 10 times. We started in 2006, and regularly the number of participants from both the countries increasing every year, if you see, from both the countries. So every year we receive thousands of candidates to listen and to share the knowledge just during this symposium. And these few activities we had in last 1 year. In February we had faculty or student exchange from Japan, and then in July our students visited Japan. In September again students came from Japan to us, and in November again our students came to Japan. So we have very, very frequent programs under the exchange agreements. So today is a topic, something I think very important, very relevant to our mission, that why we are working for women empowerment. And I think this two-day event will be able to deliver some key information how we can further improve the women empowerment by discussing some key topics. And yes, the strength of this department is aided by these key persons under the supervision of our principal, Dr. Ekta. And now here you will also see only one male person. All are the women. So that shows that how this department is taking good charge to develop the women empowerment in this administration. So in this Department of Education, we have many programs. We have B.Ed, M.Ed, and recently we started the BSTC, Basic Science Training Course Certificates, and we have almost 335. Almost all the seats have been occupied by the girls only. And yes, as I mentioned you earlier, that this department is doing something very, very brilliant. So from last 3 consecutive years, they are getting the best department awards. So I really appreciate it. Because before the technology, we have to transform the skill of education in the generation. So there are many key persons who has been directly involved with us. Every time they are connected with us, Professor Husin is there. He is a very learned person in Japan. He is always with us as an advisor member. And Professor Sakai from Sato University is also with us every time. He is very keen to develop exchange programs. And from Akita, we have another professor. So I have not much time to convey their message, but want to let you know what we are going to discuss today. So if you look at the gender inequality problems, because worldwide it has been seen that in gender inequality problems. So if you look at the world map, only few places like Sweden and Iceland have the green numbers. So more than 0.85 gender equality. But some countries like Pakistan and maybe Oman have red color, something very worse conditions. India also we have not very good, but India also in this range, 0.65 to 0.7. So still we need to work hard to improve our gender inequality problems, to convert our red zone to green zone. So how we can do this, I think. There are 4 key points that I want to raise. We have to identify and promote innovations that are relevant to women by helping them to lighten their women's workload in their daily duties. Second, we have to create gender awareness in the community regarding the women's contributions. So all the men has to be equally aware about the role of women that can be done in our community contribution. And then target women for training. It's also very important. Like what we are doing here, to conduct many workshops or gender sensitization programs to promote the women's education. And obviously we have to identify and work together with women. That is also very important to support the women as innovative futures. So these are some key points that can help us to turn from red zone to green zone. And if you look at the past, this is one of the recent paper in Nature journal. If you look at that, this is the condition of US. Okay, in US also the gender equality is still a problem, not a green zone. If you look at the professors, only 15% or around 20% professors in universities are having the women. But in case of us, what we are doing here, we have more than 200 faculty members, and out of 200, more than 60% we have in the women's sphere. So such promotion of women can help us to convert our gender equality problem from red to green. So this is something what we are doing to promote the women's empowerment here. So not only these issues, I think we have many things that we can share with the speakers that we have in 2 days. So we are going to discuss 4 topics in the seminar themes, and many speakers are coming from many parts. So especially for all the young minds, please listen them very carefully and be very much interactive with them during all the sessions. Because without your queries, there is no meaning to listen them. If you have some queries, only then you will get some out. So please have a very much interactive session during all these 2 days. We have 4 technical sessions and 2 plenary sessions. So in each session, please involve as much as you can and listen them carefully, because You are the true reason why we are having such academic activity here in this campus. So with this, I hope we are going to have a wonderful and very informative 2 days. And I again thank you all the guests and all the speakers for giving your time and helping this 2 day. And I think this 2 day knowledge will also help us that how we can further improve our efforts for women empowerment in our society. So again, thank you very much. And with this, I want to start this event. Thank you.